Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Enoch. Today we will continue in our series on Linux, and we'll be looking at file types today. Before we start, let's go to our shell straight and let me just explain one or two things. Let's go back to our Vagrant user. If you're not familiar with how to create a VM yet, you may have to check my earlier videos on virtualization, and you may also need to check some of my earlier videos on Linux. So this is an Ubuntu machine. Let's check by running cat/etc/os-release. This is an Ubuntu machine. It's version 14.04.6. Who am I? I am Vagrant. Run print working directory. I am in the home directory of the Vagrant user. Let's clear our screen now. We want to study file types. I just want to show you one or two things on the shelf before we go back to our slide. Let's run ls-l to seek the long format of the content of this directory. I have created some files and some directories there, and let's just look at it. When you run ls-l, it will show you the long format of the content of the particular directory that you are. If you run just ls alone, it will show you just the content. As we know, it will just list the content of that directory. But if you want to see the long format, the long listing format, we said that there are commands. The first thing is the command. ls is like a command. Then you have options, -l. Then you can give an argument, maybe /etc. But if you don't want to give any argument, it will just show you the content of this particular directory in a long listing format. And if you want to know more about options for any command, you can just run man. You can just run man, which is for manual, and you can run the command. Maybe you want to know more about rm command, or you want to know more about ls command. You want to know more about cat command. You want to know more about so it will give you all the options that are available for this particular command. And you can study it, whatever you need, you can choose and you can run with it. Run your queue to go out of it. Okay, so let's run ls-l, and we can look at the long listing format of the content of this particular directory. All right, so what we want to study today is file types that we have in Linux. And when you are looking at this first colon, let me highlight this first colon. Everything you are looking on our screen means something. This first colon stands for, the first character of this first colon stands for file types. The next 9 characters stands for permission. Permission. And this next colon that has 1, this one stands for add link. Add link. Every file we have at least one add link. That's the add link to itself. When you are creating a file, you are essentially creating an add link to itself. So this second column will at least, for a regular file, will at least contain 1. For a directory, if you see a directory, wherever you see D like this is a directory, will contain at least 2. That's 2 add link. 1 to itself and 1 to the parent directory, except for the root directory. Every directory will at least have 2 add links, 1 to itself and 1 to the parent directory. And it will also have an add link to the subdirectories and files. So you can be seeing something like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, at least you will find 2. Wherever you find D, at least you will find 2 there. And this particular colon where you are seeing Vagrant, this colon is for the owner of the file. This colon, the next one, is for the group that the file belongs to. This colon is for the size of the file, the size. This colon is for the date it was created or the date it was last modified. So this file was created on May 1 at 2:03 So this file was created May 2nd, 1042, and this colon is the name of the file. So this is the permission colon, and the file types. The first character is the file types. The next 9 in this first colon represent the permissions. This colon represents the hard link. This one represents, the second one represents the hard link connected to this file. For this first one is this one, and this colon represents the owner. This colon represents the group. This colon represents the size. This colon represents the date and the time it was created or last modified. This colon represents the name of the file. So what we want to study today is this first character of this first colon. What does it mean? This hyphen that you are looking at, what does it mean? This D that you are looking at, what does it mean? That's what we want to study today. Let's go back to our file. Let's go back to our slide and let's look at the 7 file types that I want to discuss today. So when you see the hyphen, it means you are dealing with a regular file that contains probably a text or an executable, program, or a binary. When you are looking at, let's go to a shell and let me show you that. Let's become the root user. And let's look at ls -l /bin. Let's look at, and okay, so let's try and know more about. If you want to know more about a file, you can just run fil file. Let's run pwd to know more. You can see pwd there. Let's just know more about what this file is all about. What's the content? This command will tell us more about it. So I need to get inside the bin directory, then I can run the command. Let's run file pwd now. And you can see that this is a binary file. This is an executable binary file, 64-bit. So that's that. If you run, what other file do we have here? We have rm. Let's run rm. file rm is also a binary file. But if you look at it, it's hyphen that is there. So it's a regular file, but it contains binary data. So that's that. So let's exit this place and let's run. Let's look at our content in this place. Okay, let's run file 1, and let's see. You can see this one is contain test. It's a regular file, but it contains test. If you run ls-l, you will see that. Okay, file 1 is a regular file, but it actually contains ASCII text. So it just contains normal data. So that's that. Let's go back to our slide, and the next one is D. When you see D in that first character of that first colon, what does it mean? It means you are dealing with the directories. Directory are special files that contain other files and subdirectories. When you see D, you are dealing with a directory. When you see L, sometimes you will see L. What does it mean? L means you are dealing with a link. In one of our last lecture, I told you link is just like a shortcut to another file. So L symbolizes a link, is a pointer to other files or directories. And when you see C, you will see C are character files. And I told you in one of our last lectures that when you see C, they are character files, and they transmit data character by character. These are character files. You will see an example of them in /dev. Let's go to /dev and let us see them. Let us go to /dev And let us check it out. ls-l. You can see ccc. These are character files, and you know this you will see this in devices like keyboard, like mouse, like sound card, like serial port. Those are what those are what DC stands for. So the next if you also check it, you will see some L. We have talked about that. Let's see an example of L. You can see L here. L, that's a link. This is the shortcut to this particular file. So if you try to open this file, it will be showing you the content of what is in this file. You know, it will be showing you the content of this file. That's basically what it is. And you have B. B stands for block devices. And I've told you that block devices, they deliver data in blocks, something like hard disk drive, something like SSD, something like CD-ROM. They send data in blocks. You know, you can see these are hard disk partition, SD, SD1, they are blocks. You can see all these ones, they are block devices. So that's that about B. When you see B, you know you are dealing with block devices. When you see P, those are named pipe. They are files that enable interprocess communication, you know, within a single machine. Interprocess communication like producer and consumer type. You know, maybe you have a shell script that is producing a kind of data, and you have another shell script that is consuming it. You know, producer, consumers kind of stuff, or client server kind of stuff. You know. So it enables interprocess communication within a machine. And if you see S, then you are looking at socket. These are kind of files that allow communication between processes, either over a network or locally. You know, either over a network or locally. So that's that about what we are looking at today. So block devices. If you see L, you are looking at a link which will have a shortcut to the source file. If you are looking at C, you are dealing with a character file. If you are dealing with just hyphen alone, you know you are dealing with a regular file that will contain maybe probably a text or maybe a binary file or an executable, you know, file. You know, if you are dealing with D, then you know that's a directory, and a directory will probably contain a subdirectories and files. Let's note that. So that is that for today. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.